It's so Chattisfying.
Well, let's start talking a bit about then Corion82. So let's, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to our lovely viewers, let us know everything about Corion82, your YouTube channel.
I'm a fan of
your
Corion
Twitch.
as well, by the way.
Yes.
Just throwing it out there.
So yeah.
Oh, we're doing that? Well, the fun thing started. Oh, good. I think I'm in my third attempt at streaming, and the first run I would say was back during PlanetSide 2 when it came out. I made a few videos called Crazy Tank Mines, in which I would just do short clips of dropping out of the air and blowing up people's vehicles, and I kind of try to stream it a few times because someone else was doing it. And, they always did like so much better. So it was like, so that was demoralizing. And then I got into 7 Days to Die. And I was streaming that thing like back in like the pre-alpha early. I mean, some of the first videos put out for that game were mine. I think got like 500,000 views on YouTube from my 7 Days to Die videos. It was like, pretty darn good. Like something like 10, 20 people showing up in chat. It was amazing. It was like, yeah, this is great. I'm really motivated. And then I switched to a different game. And I went from like, 10 to 20 to 1. And anyone who's ever tried streaming for the first time, if you have any kind of like successful and demoralized.
Yeah.
And I can't be a one game person. I move around. I like an ADHD hummingbird on an energy drink that shoots Red Bull directly into your veins
from your eyes.
Don't do it, Corion. Don't do it. Don't whip out your eyes. All right, don't do it.
I know. I put it away. I could bring it back up. No, I would have to set it up. I'd have to set it up. But I did have the eye set up, and I even had it spaced for me.
Oh my. So you mentioned obviously you're on your third attempt at streaming. So when you say attempt, did you like just have a break, or did you actually like come back with a completely different name and different branding and all that?
Oh no, I just took breaks. Actually, I started with Justin TV. The reason it's 82, I actually owned Corion and Corion82. I actually have both.
Right.
But that was back during the Justin TV and Twitch TV days, and then they merged it. And then by that time, I've already started streaming a little bit, and I started building back up. And I've tried a few times to get them to like flip them, but you would have to change the name on one, and 6 months later, hope you can change the other one. So I just left it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Although I do have the Corion Twitter handle, and did you know that there's cryptocurrencies that people have invented called Corion? No. I've told them I'll sell them my Twitter for $1 million, but they never get back to me.
Maybe one day.
I get random tweets from like crypto things. Like, no, you want to stop by the channel?
Are you sure they're not just spam? Because I mean, everyone gets like, "Hey, check out this crypto."
No, it's like a press release announcement, and they're tagging me.
Oh wow!
Like, no.
Maybe it's because you're so rich in content. That's why they think you'd do that.
Rich in content, poor in currency.
So you mentioned obviously you took stream breaks. How long are we talking?
Well, not like terribly too long. I mean, it was like I would say few months, year in between. So, but I would say when I say breaks, I mean like actively tried to stream. I mean, to the point of like you're talking about like 16-hour day super streams is nonstop streaming, because someone always said, if you want to be successful, it's ABS, always be streaming. And then on my third go, I took a much more healthy approach, and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna do what I want. And if people somehow stumble in, I'll apologize greatly, and then keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, there was a lot of advice around a few years ago, wasn't there? It was like you got to be grinding, you got to be live all the time.
It was very bad, unhealthy advice, and I feel better about it. And right now, I'm trying to balance work, college, doing classes, and streaming. And sometimes, everyone gets that guilt of I need to be streaming, and I'm like, nope, I've kind of overcome that a bit.
What are you studying?
I am actually going in for computer programming.
Programming? What language do you like to program in?
I've already done Python. Just finished Java, and I think next is either C Sharp, and well, right now doing some SQL database stuff. So yay!
I did.
Well, they give you nice little roundabout languages.
Nice. I did computer science at university, but I didn't like programming. I didn't. You just need the right mindset, I think, to be good at programming. I just don't have it. I don't have the patience.
It's one
really.
of my favorite games that I hate and love, hate and love. They go point and click adventure games.
Eh.
Hate them. I love them.
Right.
I see programming the same way. It's like I hate you. Then you solve it. Yay!
There's nothing more frustrating than in Java finding that one semicolon or that one curly bracket.
Oh my God! Yes. Oh yeah, the brace, or you did it wrong,
Yep.
or you've labeled something the wrong time. Oh wait, no, this one's hippo. This one's the hairy hippo. Oh my God!
It's really annoying. I wanted to do a bit of everything. That's what.
Why am I encoding?
I don't know.
I didn't know I was a code. This is the Matrix. Okay, I didn't even know this. All right, am I Neo? Oh my God, I'm Keanu Reeves.
You are
I thought
breathtaking.
Python
to be
was
fair.
better until I started learning Java, and Python's weird because it's all about how many spaces you have in white space, and like that.
Weird.
Once you actually start going to Java, it's like that's ridiculous.
I've never tried
And
C
Python's
Sharp,
slow too.
but I've heard that C Sharp is way easier to code than Java. So if you're okay with Java, then you'll probably like C Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. You'll probably
At
like
least
it.
in Java, you
I
can make
didn't.
your own Minecraft, so that's okay.
I ended up learning Linden's scripting language, which is what they use on Second Life. I didn't want to. I ended up doing my thesis in Second Life, which is funny enough. Second Life's banned on Twitch. You can't play Second Life on Twitch. You're not allowed.
Oh, probably because all the successful adult content.
Probably. But this was back in like 2009. I mean, I wasn't looking, but I didn't find any adult content in there. But
It probably became more successful recently as things go on. The fetish communities grow. I actually heard people made a lot of money selling digital worlds and islands and things in Second Life.
it's got its own
very strange
currency, which it floats with the dollar or something. So actually, you can get like exchange rates and stuff. You can make money. And if you can make something inside the world, that if people want it, they'll pay you the Linden money or whatever it's called, and then you can cash it in for real,
then you
for
can
real
cash
dollars.
it out,
and,
yeah.
you can actually make real money in the game, which is kind of what my thesis was sort of roughly about, actually. But it happened.
Make something out of nothing in nothing. It's like a couple of concepts put together into another concept, and someone gives you money for it.
It's kind of what, not so much now that it's being a bit more normalized, but it's kind of what sort of becoming famous on sort of YouTube and Twitch kind of feels like in a way. You're kind of making money out of literally nothing in a way. You're just, putting yourself out there, you're pressing go live.
You are providing a free experience.
Exactly.
And if people like the experience, maybe they give you money.
Maybe.
I always give a good time.
Oh, well, we all know that, don't we? Everyone present all knows that. You two actually never met in real life?
No, I couldn't afford to.
No. He's never noticed me outside his window.
Notice me, senpai.
No. I do want to get over there, mainly so he can show me how to wrestle alligators and stuff like that.
Florida's
Are
nice.
you insane?
No, look, I'm fat. A hippo is deadly. It's gonna take out a fucking crocodile and alligator.
Hippos are the deadliest animal.
They're extremely dangerous, yeah.
But an
Yes, and we
alligator
really like
goes to that
watermelon as well. I love watermelon.
They'll do that whole death roll thing.
Yeah, that's just me. That's why I don't have a partner.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Esquivel was horrible.
She ended up looking like the villain out of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I've never watched it.
How have you never watched it? My God,
You have not watched? Are you serious?
Oh my
I've
God!
never watched it. I've seen clips of it.
That's it.
Bob Hoskins in it.
I'm done.
Do you know how many weird clips about that? Did you realize that both characters from the other side of the animation studios had to have equal screen time and equal words, perfectly balanced, so that no one character from both
weird.
cartoon factions or studios could be one more word or 1 second more than the other? It was one of those weird, like, trivia things.
I remember hearing about another film where that happened, but I think it was Marlon Brando, but I can't remember rightly. But I love little bits of random trivia like that. It's really interesting.
Oh yeah, like the AMC channel. They like to throw movies over again, and like you've seen them 100 times. I don't care, but when they start doing the movie things with the trivia bits at the bottom, like you know the whole meme, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" from movie 7.
Yeah,
that entire movie was like filmed, like I guess except for the ending, it was raining. And because they were filming in a kind of rainy-ish area, and on the days it didn't rain, they faked the rain so they could just shoot the whole time.
Yeah, that works.
It's like, see, that was neat. I think that was neat. And the only time the very end and the whole desert, that's in the backs, was the only time they didn't have rain or fake rain, which is cool.
One thing, a piece of trivia I know about that is that they were initially going to show the head in the box, so they made a Gwyneth Paltrow head. And then obviously didn't use it because it's not shown in the movie. But then it was reused in another movie where she was decapitated. I don't know which movie.
If you're going to go about things that were changed, do you know the more recent movie Cats?
I've seen bits about it. Apparently, it was terrible.
I haven't seen it, but
seen the movie.
At one point, people found out someone was hired to digitally remove the buttholes from all the cats. Which means somewhere out there is a butthole version of Cats.
I can see it on Hippo's face. He's like, I want to watch that version.
But how do they poo? Where's the realism?
I don't think there's any realism in that movie.
The
So what are you playing on stream at the moment?
Ooh, right now I finally got Stellaris. Well, not so much for me, but a friend who, he couldn't play Stellaris for some reason for like 2 years. And all of a sudden they updated their launcher and now we can play it again. So I've just started a new Stellaris campaign.
Okay.
Yay!
What kind of game is that?
Something. Oh, it's kind of like a space strategy. They have war, diplomacy, peace, espionage. It's a game where they just keep updating it. It's like their game for the company, Paradox. That's what I loved about them. The game as it is now is when it first came out.
It was a Paradox game because the same as Europa Universalis 4 and all that kind of stuff. And
it is nothing like it is. I mean, they just keep updating it. It's like their game, their content. It's like, oh, that's just fantastic. And been doing, along with them, I've been doing these weekly Stardew Valley games with Chthonic, Nate Dogg, and Chthonics' mother. So I've been playing Stardew Valley. Yes, that's where Hippo gives me Corin because
I did not invent the Corin. All right, she called you Corin.
She did. So I've been playing Stardew Valley in a multiplayer game, and the reason we're doing it is because we're playing with a 70-year-old woman, and that has been a very interesting experience.
It makes for good content, yeah.
It's I would say, gosh darn wholesome.
It really is. It's like listening to Bible Camp. It's adorable. and it's like the quietest Corion ever has been in his life. It's just like, I'm on the first time I did, I messaged him and he's like, "Yes, I'm playing this." And I'm like, "Are you okay?" He goes, "Okay, I'll leave you to it. You enjoy, have fun over there. You guys."
So do you find yourself having to censor yourself because there's an old lady present?
Yes. And then every now and again, if she gets really upset, like, she'll like slip and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And like, that is the I've heard nicer thing that, you're fine. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got upset. My blood sugar's low." You're fine.
So did you finish Psychonauts? Because you were playing Psychonauts last time you hung out.
I did finish Psychonauts. Oh my goodness. I cannot recommend that game more. If anyone hasn't played the first one, I mean, the second one, it's like seamless. They managed to somehow have that wonderful balance of the graphics are the same, but better at the same time. They kept the art style,
Yeah.
So it looks like Psychonauts, but like better. But it's still exactly Psychonauts. And they even like poke fun at themselves a little bit because, oh, it's been so long. But wait a second. They even reference in the game that, oh no, it's only been 3 days.
But it's actually
been like years.
What, like how many
in
years
the game?
Has it been?
Yeah, in the game
life?
It's been 3 days.
It's been like what, 8 years in real life?
Yeah, it's been like something like 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
But in the game, it's like, wow, it's been since so long since camp. 3 days ago. It's
very
just literally just
self-aware,
continue
isn't
straight from the first one to the second one, and the counter jokes back and forth of some a very good fourth wall references.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do very well.
I feel like sort of fourth wall references and a lot of sort of self-aware comedies like really like in at the moment, especially with like Deadpool and that kind of thing. And
But Deadpool works well because it's very fourth wall, but you know he has cancer of the brain, so it fits. It's
Yeah.
a wonderful character.
Yeah.
Have you seen Free Guy? Oh, good times.
is that sort of similar kind of thing? Is it?
It's Ryan Reynolds again, yeah.
It's Ryan Reynolds. I mean, honestly, it's like it's just Ryan Reynolds. Like he essentially just plays one character in a different universe over and over again. And you know what? I don't care. He does it well. He's just himself.
Yeah.
And you know what? I have subscribed to his YouTube things, and I've realized he has tricked me into watching so many ads where it's just him, and they're ads. Like. Oh, and him and Hugh Jackman. Oh, they have a wonderful relationship.
Yeah. There was a joke in Deadpool 1, wasn't there, where the Hugh Jackman face comes on, all that kind of thing.
Well,
Controversial opinion. I like Green Lantern, by the way.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, you know what? Me too. I did too. I didn't
like
think
the CGI was over and above, and it was like, oh my god! But I still enjoyed it thoroughly.
So what's the scoop for your for what's coming next on your Twitch channel or your YouTube channel, Corion? Like, have you got any exciting things planned?
Well, my exciting and wonderful things are financially tied to what comes through on Humble Bundle, revisiting a lot of fun old stuff. Yeah, like school's expensive, and then things keep going wrong. Like my tires, my windshield, the teeth. Like, ugh. So you know what? I'll work with what I got, and there's still surprising lots of fun stuff. I was a backer of Crow Fall from like 6 years ago, and really hit that kind of hard. But it's honestly kind of, I think I released a little bit early. It's still developing. So I tried to get more people.
AFK Island thing that you were playing a while ago, is that the one? You had it on your stream like continuously, and everybody had like was happening on your island and stuff like that.
Oh no, that's someone else who's working on something. Ravenfall, yeah. You see, you
okay,
keep
Crow,
Crow
Raven. I can't help it. It's a budgie.
Yeah,
right?
And Crow. Yeah, well, Crow Fall's the one where I usually play that little guinea pig guy with pistols and I shoot things. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, well, Crow Fall is kind of like a new word.
Just gone. There we go. Where's it gone? It's gone. Bye now. See you later. And the little guinea pig guy with a gun.
It's kind of like a competitor to New World in the PvP aspect. Like, I honestly feel, I think Crowfall has a much better PvP system, but they don't really have a PvE system. And like New World it looks flashier, and so it's having their own inversing to success. New World launched very successfully, but then people are having all these complaints. There's no end game. There's a bunch of little problems. Crowfall, they're not advertising, so it's like word of mouth. They're not going to advertise until they're ready. They kind of released it, but I don't really think it's done. But I really enjoyed it. Great. There's just not enough people. They just don't have enough people. Like, you know, I tried to really focus on crafting economy because I'm a backer from like 6 years ago. I backed that game at like $500 back when I had disposable income. So I have all this really cool stuff, but you know, no one's coming to my kingdom and buying my stuff. So it's like, yeah. So, but it works the same price model as, you know, New World. You own it, so you know it's not going anywhere. So hopefully that'll improve up a little bit. I've actually jumped back into Oxygen Not Included a few times, and I'm still OCD and ADHD just kind of like grip you to like the colony must be perfect. It can't be perfect off the bat, and it's hard. And working with that. But yeah, there's a few little fun games, kind of jump around. What's this? What's that? Alien Isolation. I picked that up 2 years ago. Horror doesn't work so well. Like it starts off great, then it gets scary, then it's like.
I really enjoyed Alien Isolation to a point where
I've
played it on stream and I did a couple of sessions in it, and then I got chased into a room and then locked myself in a locker, and now it bugs and just stays outside the locker. So I'm like, my character can't do shit all. And I'm like, well, this is fun. This is my life. I'm Locker Boy. There we go. So I've stopped. I stopped it. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
Do you not like spooky games? Then are you going to do any spooky games for October, or do you not really?
I love spooky games. It's just I've made this terrible, terrible mistake of adding a jump scare kind of alien screaming hiss command.
You've had
And
that
then
for a
people
while, though, Cor.
Yes, and every time I'm doing any kind of scary game, people my heart rate goes up. Like, nope, I'm done.
You do know that you can, take these things away, right?
I feel bad about taking away someone's toys, though.
Yeah, but if they've been naughty, you need to punish them, Corion.
People
take
have
it from a
given me.
dad, yeah.
People have this weird, perverse pleasure, I would say, of giving me weird things to play.
Right.
I've added a whole creepy little animation guy for the stream, and he comes from the Bogeyman. The Bogeyman is the protagonist in a survival horror golf game.
I wasn't expecting that last part.
Well, golfing is pretty horrific, to be fair. So
It's pretty.
So every time
scary.
I've tried describing the Bogeyman to someone, it's a survival horror golf game. So you first, very first level, it's like a warehouse from like Saw with like bear traps, rusty chains, boxes. And you're trying to golf, and he's trying to kill you.
That's pretty good idea. I like that.
And so you can't complete all the course until you find these levers and move stuff, and like you kill, and like it's just
quite
weird.
unique, isn't
it's
it?
one of those. Yes, people keep giving me these weird, terrible games, and that's where Pizza Game came from. I haven't played the game for more than 30 minutes before a headache comes in, and it just.
What's Pizza Game? Because I like
tried
pizza.
Pizza Game is advertised as the world's worst visual novel.
Right.
See, yeah, someone gave me, what was that one visual novel that everyone tries to get everyone to play? Doki Doki. Yeah.
I played that.
So someone gave me Doki Doki, and they're like, don't look at it. And every time anyone ever gives me anything and says, don't look at it, I'm like, this is going to get weird. No one ever gives you something and says, don't look at it. They just give you a CD key, say, install it and start playing. I'm like, okay. And all I know is that Amy likes spiders.
Have you played Doki Doki then?
Yes, I beat it.
Yeah. It's a good game, innit? It's fucked up, innit?
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Everyone should play it.
Yeah. I love Doki Doki. I knew
I
was getting into.
It's only fair if everyone else plays it.
Yeah. I knew what I was getting into, but it's a fantastic game, isn't it? It's just so messed up and twisted.
Honestly, from an objectional point of view, it's really it's unique. I'll give them credit for it. I mean, how many games can you think of right now that have stuck with you the way that one has?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I still use because I do the voice acting with the voice changer, and I still use all the voices from that.
See, you remember
Monica especially.
Mel, do you remember a while ago I was talking about how streamers have to play certain games throughout their career path and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, like you must play this.
Doki Doki.
That's one
Everyone's
of them.
got to play
one of those games.
Everyone has got to play Doki Doki.
I agree. Yeah. It's such a brilliant game. It's so messed up, but in a really fun way.
Doki Doki does well too because everyone comes flooding in. They're like, "Is it their first time?" And suddenly, everyone's just riveted.
Yes, because
it's just one of those
the
games.
Reactions, isn't it, to the big twists and stuff, and you're like,
everyone, because everyone else has played it, and they're just waiting. They're like, yeah, do it,
exactly.
Do it. I've definitely learned I'm bad at games. I tried playing Dead by Daylight. I mean, Dead by Daylight's one of those games that are kind of fun to watch. Yeah. But then you go to play it, and you're like, I'm bad.
Do you know what? I've noticed something, right? Because when people are surveyed about their driving, most people normally say that they're above average driving. It seems to be the opposite on Twitch when it comes to gaming. I think most people on Twitch will say that they're below average for gaming. I know that I definitely do. I'm pretty sure that you do, don't you, Hippo? And you've just said that as well, correct? Yeah.
Well, I know I am because I don't have the patience to practice a single game over and over and over again. I mean, I don't know how speedrunners do it.
Yeah, I'm not 14 anymore, so I don't really have that caliber to do that anymore.
That too. It's like, okay, one second now.
I mean, I've just about got the patience to play Ocarina of Time a million times doing randomizers, but it's actually different, obviously, each time you play it because it's a randomizer. I couldn't play vanilla over and over again to get a faster speed and faster speed. It'd do my head in doing the same thing over and over again. I don't know how people can do it.
Yeah,
Just
speed.
patience of
It's a
gods.
certain mentality for
Yeah.
people to overcome like that. To imagine playing for hours just to shave a second off a run, and like that's what they strive for.
Yeah, and you see people out there, people that play, for example, like Final Fantasy X speedruns, and Final Fantasy X, a speedrun of that, if you're good, is just under 9 hours.
9
long.
hours.
Yeah,
9 hours. That's
ridiculous.
And that's
ridiculous.
That is insane.
I couldn't do it. And I love Final Fantasy X. It's my second favorite game of all time. But
I'd rather watch the Lord of the Rings triple, to be fair, than do 9 hours of gaming in a row.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings triple, if you're watching the extended, is 12.5 hours long, though, Hippo.
Touche, but I wasn't going with extended because I don't like having extensions in my life because it don't need it.
Yeah, but the extended editions are so good.
There is a curated version of the Lord of the Rings movies, which I think brings all of it down to like 6 hours, and it changes up some of the sequence a little bit to match closer to the books. Apparently, it's very well done.
Oh, I'd quite like to watch that. That sounds fantastic. I like because I really love the books as well as the film. So anything that brings it closer to the books.
Yeah, they got rid of some of the nonsense that was just added for a movie effect. It's like closer to it. It's
yeah.
I even watched some of the original Hobbit stuff, and some of that was like, whoa, it's just dark.
I keep meaning to. I really want to watch the old like 80s animated Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah,
that's good. That one's good.
Chattisfying.